Hi, my name is Bill Froelich. I'm the Langen Fellow in Dispute Resolution here at The Ohio State University Morris College of Law. And I'm delighted to be a co-creator with my friend and colleague, Amy Schmidt, on this new column and video series that we're calling MedAItion, with the A and the I flipped, because we're really here to talk about the intersection of AI and mediation. So Amy, perhaps you can tell us a little bit about how this column got initiated and what brings you to it.
Yeah, so I'm super excited to be part of this project with you, Bill. Yeah, the AAA had reached out and asked whether there'd be interest in having a column on AI in mediation. And I thought, okay, I can speak to the technology piece, and I do a lot of my work at Ohio State is really focused on what I direct, which is justice tech, in looking at AI and how it works with dispute resolution in general. But I thought, all right, who best to work with than Bill Froelich, who's the mediation guru at Ohio State. So I thought this will be a lot of fun to think about, all right, what is it that mediators, practically speaking, really want to learn about AI? How can we help through this column to make it accessible and understandable for anyone out there who is interested in using AI in conflict prevention and resolution, and especially mediation? And so we're really looking for feedback as well. We're going to put out a survey right away with this first episode and first column to really gather your thoughts. What is it that you want to learn about? What technologies are you curious about? To really hit the ground running with AI. We know that it's not going away, but we also know that it's not necessarily good or bad with respect to these AI tools. It's really all about how you use the tool. So what about you, Bill? Why would you ever agree to this crazy scheme with me?
Oh, Amy, first of all, I love working with you. Not only do I love picking you up when I see you walking to work after I drop my son off at school some days, but I love doing the substantive work with you, and you bring so much energy to it. So when Amy Schmitz asks, it's really tough to say no. And I know that I need to be in this area and that our students need to be in this area. Amy, Ohio State announced, for undergrads at least, we're going to be embedding AI into our undergraduate curriculum. And quite frankly, as you know, there's a lot of dispute resolution listservs right now where Dwight Golan and John Landy and other folks are talking about their negotiation bots that they're creating and how we need to embed AI into our negotiation classrooms. Well, we need to be doing the same for mediation. And we need to figure out how to use AI as another tool in our tool belts. And I can't wait to explore that as I'm testing out some ways to do that with my students, as I'm testing out some ways to use AI in my mediation practice, or to think about how to use AI in my mediation practice. And I'm really excited to learn because, frankly, I'm the novice here, right? This is the expert. Amy Schmitz is the expert. And because AI is moving so fast and there's so much out there, all of you out there in the audience listening to this are going to have so many good ideas too. And that's why we, as Amy said, have a short survey that you're welcome to fill out and ask us any question. We don't commit to responding to every one of them, but we're going to respond to as many as we can and are interested in, to show and talk about what new ideas are at the intersection of AI and mediation.
Yeah, and we're really excited to, this will be sort of a monthly column, and we're going to include some webisodes along with written columns. And we're going to have guests who, from time to time, guest columnists come in and provide insights and ideas, demos, testing new technologies that we're interested in learning about, and also to provide that for all of you in the world of mediation. As Bill said, it's like every day we see new things on the dispute resolution listserv, and certainly a lot of academics are talking about it, but practitioners are, right? We all know Susan Guthrie, who's been huge in this space and showing how she's using AI in her own mediation practice. And we're hearing more and more. You go out, you talk to different dispute resolution groups, and it's always really fun for me. I always ask the audience, right, is, well, what tool are you using? And now it's so much broader than simply ChatGPT, right? Or Gemini, or one of the regular tools we hear about. Instead, there's new tools. People are creating their own tools, using their own data in some circumstances. But at the same time, ethics is going to be a big piece of this as well. We also know that the American Bar Association has put forth an opinion on the use of generative AI, but also a lot of the dispute resolution groups. The AAA, for example, has their own guidance on the use of AI. And so we really have to think about responsible use of these very powerful tools when it comes to dispute resolution. I'm also curious, Bill, and I would love your thoughts, and the audience also, kind of the human plus machine aspect, right? Like, are we going to lose our creativity as mediators, as problem solvers by relying too heavily on AI? And I know there's a lot of concern about that. What are your thoughts on that, Bill?
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of thoughts in various communities about this, about how we should consider when and how to use AI. And maybe we need to master a certain topic or process or subject matter and then use AI. So we're not relying on AI constantly. In my mediation training and practicing, I often tell my students, say, hey, look, why do I have to use this 6-step facilitative mediation model, or 7 or 8-step, whatever you want to call it, facilitative model? You need to learn the model, right? So you can learn when to be flexible within the model. But if you try to be flexible all the time and you don't use the model, you're not going to know where you are or how to move forward. And I think that's where I am with AI right now. I need to know the fundamentals of mediation. And once I have a strong grasp of those fundamentals, I can think through how to use particular AI tools to help me. So, for example, if I'm asked, if I'm an evaluative mediator out there and I've been evaluating commercial cases for a while, I've really got that down, but maybe there's a way that AI can help me accelerate settlement, right? Maybe if you use a mediator's proposal, right? Instead of using a mediator's proposal, you might use an AI proposal. And you have to learn how to use the AI to set that up. And why would you do that? Well, because when you make a mediator's proposal, that could impact your neutrality, could impact trust with the parties. It could impact so many components that you've worked so hard to build as a mediator. Now that you're using the AI proposal, that distances you from it a little bit. And if the parties hate that idea, you can distance yourself from that idea and maintain your neutrality and perhaps maintain trust. Or maybe not. Maybe like any other tool, it simply might not work. And it might not work for you as a mediator. But this is how I'm thinking about using AI in my mediation practice and in my mediation training and classroom. And you'll see a couple of those ideas emerge through the column as I work with students and in practical mediations with those ideas. So hopefully
Yeah.
you'll hear more about them. What about you?
Yeah, no, it's
How are
pretty
you coming to this
exciting.
day?
No, I'm with you. I think one of the big themes for this column, just to sort of give a heads up, is thinking of it, as you said earlier, really a tool in the problem solving toolbox, right? It's not all good, it's not all bad, it's how you use it. This is really, really going to be a theme that you're going to hear about during our column. But then also these ethical questions, right? Not only sort of neutrality, but transparency. And I think that's going to be a piece that we're going to be talking about quite a bit. But then also kind of heads up on new technologies. I mean, that to me could be very interesting from a practitioner's perspective, right? We hear about, now you've got the large language model mediator that can possibly provide reframing suggestions in a mediation to help parties move toward an agreement. We also see ideas around, so for example, next level mediation, where it suggests options and ideas for a mediator to use when you're in the middle of a mediation. We've heard about some of these programs that provide sentiment analysis, which I'm not sure what I think about that. So that can be something for us to sort of debate. So some of it might even be debates, right? We're sort of past the days of simply talking about the fact that, ChatGPT hallucinates, right? Like now we're kind of in this whole new phase. And what does it mean to create agentic AI? And how could you use an AI agent as a mediator, as a party in mediation? What does that look like? We've moved so far beyond the days of just having generative AI models like ChatGPT to really moving into more nuanced programming. So I think that it'll be exciting days ahead. We're really happy that you're going to be on this journey with us. We're going to have a lot of fun with this column, and we're really thankful for the opportunity.
Absolutely. I just love, I've already learned so much just in this short conversation with you, Amy, and I can't wait to learn so much more from you and all of you out there who are watching this video. We would really love to get your questions and ideas about topics we might discuss, or questions maybe you've encountered in your practice, because we want this to be practical for the practitioner. Even though we're both coming from an academic institution, we know that's what's important to you at the AAA. And really, that's what interests us most, helping real people solve real problems or prevent them in the first place. Amy, anything else you want to talk about?
No, this is going to be
this morning?
fun. I'm excited. And again, looking forward to your feedback and looking forward to seeing how this column unfolds. Thank
You
you.
bet. All right. We'll see you soon, Amy.
All right. Bye-bye.